Our brief is on adaptive leadership by Group 12. I, Cynthia Mapley, Robert Beard, Brian Johnson, and Eliza Heyman. According to Norhaus 2019, adaptive leadership focuses on adaptation required of people in response to changing environments. An article in 2021 by Good, McGinnis-Skin, and Rutherford emphasized that it enables change to thrive in an organization. And with COVID-19, it really taught its staff at Catholic Education Diocese of Ballarat the importance of this leadership style. And not to mention, Krenjo in 2019 used Jeff Bezos as an example of an adaptive leader because with the phenomenal success, Amazon continues to embrace the value of collective knowledge, risk-taking, and continuous innovation. Lastly, Norhaus 2019 used the model of adaptive leadership to show representation of how everything fits together. You have situational challenges that occur that can influence leader behaviors or activities that lead to adaptive work outcomes.
Change is inevitable. With any change, anxiety and negative emotions can lead to counterproductive work environments. Adaptive leaders can help manage this uncertainty and distress. Change can leave individuals without a clear goal or with competing goals. Adaptive leaders frame and provide direction which anchors the implemented change. Adaptive leaders employ protection to govern the amount of change, reducing unnecessary stress. After change is implemented, defining goals, roles, and responsibilities is how adaptive leaders orient staff members. Adaptive leadership showed a positive effect of conflict resolution in a study of the Journal of Asian Finance, Economic and Business. Adaptive leaders were able to positively affect teamwork and resolve conflict in different ways. Adaptive leaders monitor and are aware of productive and unproductive norms. Increasing productive norms and decreasing counterproductive norms increase the business performance. Together, the adaptive leader behaviors are beneficial to your organization. Adaptive leaders use direction, protection, orientation, conflict resolution, and monitor norms to positively influence organizations.
Criticism, according to Norhaus 2019, focuses on 4 aspects. We have research, process, abstract, and moral. Little research has been conducted to test the claims of adaptive leadership. He also mentioned it's too wide-ranging and abstract. Also, that the conceptualization of process needs further refinement and clarity. Lastly, adaptive leadership hints at, but doesn't necessarily directly explain how it incorporates a moral dimension. So with all its strengths, there's some weaknesses that need to be further investigated to strengthen this theory.
So what's new with adaptive leadership here in 2021? As you know, we are dealing with unprecedented times with the COVID-19 global pandemic. And Angela Jackson and Jessica C. Williams have compiled a journal trying to give us a guide as to how we navigate and adapt our leadership through times of crisis is what the title of the article is. And there's 4 main areas that we focus on when trying to adapt, especially in this pandemic setting we are in. One facet is our finances. Clearly, business will not be as great in a lot of cases. So we must analyze our budget, see where we can maximize our funds, things we may have to cut, and make adjustments within our budget so we can, be financially expedient in the most way possible. The delivery of our services may very well change during the pandemic. Restaurants, they had to offer takeout and drive-through things. You can't necessarily sit in a lot of places, so you may have to tweak the actual delivery of your services. And then there's new guidelines. What things are you available to do and able to do quickly and expediently and efficiently with all the new and changing CDC guidelines, such as mask mandates, social distancing markers, limited capacity within certain buildings and facilities, sanitation, things like that. So how efficiently can your business, or in their case, in the article, they focus on churches and pastoring. How efficiently can you do that with your current facility? And then the last facet that we chose to focus on is staffing. With a global pandemic, it affects everybody in a multitude of ways. So not all the staff may be able to come into an actual brick and mortar building. Do you have the resources to allow them to work from home? Will you allow everybody to come back? Will you force them to come back? Those are certain criteria and things you have to focus on when going into leadership role, especially in COVID-19 as the pandemic.
Good afternoon. As a group, we found many benefits to adopting the adaptive leadership model. This is a model that can be used to address both technical and adaptive challenges, and its constructs can easily be integrated into other leadership styles. A major benefit is that it is a model that can be used in different settings such as family, school, work, and community, as seen in Northouse 2019. We found four major tenets to the adaptive leadership model. The first being that leaders and followers mutually affect each other, making leadership an interactive activity, as seen in Northouse 2019. The second is that it is follower centered and utilizes everyone's skills rather than just those in leadership, and allows everyone to learn and grow, as seen in CFI 2021. The next principle is that leaders are responsible for creating a safe environment for followers. This fosters strong bonds and trust. Leaders do this by laying out well-defined goals, duties, and rules, CFI 2021. And lastly, understanding that adaptive leadership takes a prescriptive approach and that it provides direction in how both leaders and followers can produce adaptive change in their organizations.